Good evening, friends. You are most welcome to Think Eyes channel. Today we are going to discuss the gist of India Yearbook 2022, which is written by GS Score. Our topic is labor skill development and employment. Let us begin the topic. Labor. The Ministry of Labor and Employment (MOL&D) is one of the most important and oldest ministry of the government of India. The main responsibility entrusted to the ministry is to protect and safeguard the interest of workers in general and the poorest, deprived and disadvantaged sections of the society in particular. New initiatives: Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana. Government of India introduced a pension scheme, namely Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana (PMSYM) to ensure old age protection for unorganized workers. Enrollment under the scheme began from 2019. They should belong to the entry age group of 18 to 40 years, should not be covered under new pension scheme NPS, Employees State Insurance Corporation ESIC scheme, or Employees Provident Fund Organization EPFO, and should not be an income tax payee. The PMSYM Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana is a voluntary and contributory pension scheme on 50 is to 50 basis, 50 is to 50 basis per, where prescribed age specific contribution shall be made by the beneficiary and the matching contribution by the central government as per its guidelines. National Career Services. The major responsibility of Ministry of Labor, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship or Employment is to protect and safeguard the interest of workers in general and those who constitute the poor, deprived and disadvantaged section of the society in particular, with due regard to creating a healthy work environment for higher production and productivity and to develop and coordinate employment services. प्रधानमंत्री रोजगार प्रोत्साहन योजना प्रधानमंत्री रोजगार प्रोत्साहन योजना PMRPY was launched in 2016 with the objective to incentivize employers for creation of new employment. Under the scheme, Government of India is paying employers full contribution, that is 12% towards EPF and EPS both, for a period of 3 years to the new employees through EPFO. The scheme targeted employees earning up to 15,000 rupees per month and also aims to cover a large number of informal workers to the formal workplace. आत्मनिर्भर भारत रोजगार योजना आत्मनिर्भर भारत रोजगार योजना Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana (ABRY) was announced as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.2 package to boost the economy, increase the employment generation in post-COVID recovery phase, and to incentivize creation of the new employment along with social security benefits and restoration of the loss of employment during the pandemic. This scheme is being implemented through the Employees Provident Fund Organization (EPFO), reduces the financial burden of the employers of various sectors and industries and encourages them to hire more workers. Labor Inspection Scheme. A computerized list of inspections is generated randomly based on risk based objective criteria. Serious matters are to be covered under the mandatory inspection list. Mandatory uploading of inspection reports is to be done within 48 hours. Shram Suvidha Portal. The ministry has developed a unified web portal. Shram Suvidha Portal is to bring transparency and accountability in enforcement of labor laws and ease complexity of compliance. Single Unified Annual Return. The ministry started Single Unified Annual Return for 8 labor acts. This facilitates filing of simplified single online return by the establishments instead of filing separate returns. Common registration. The facility for common registration under 5 Central Labor Acts has been developed on Shram Suvidha portal. Labor codes. The government has notified 4 labor codes, namely the Labor Code on Wages 2019, the Industrial Relations Code 2020, the Code on Social Security 2020, and the Occupational Safety, Health and Working Condition Code 2020 by simplifying, amalgamating, and rationalizing the relevant provisions of 29 central labor laws. Codification of the labor laws will inter alia reduce multiplicity of definitions and authorities, facilitate implementation and use of technology in enforcement of labor laws, and bring transparency and accountability in enforcement, which would promote setting up of more enterprises, thus catalyzing the creation of employment opportunities in the country. Social Security, Employees State Insurance Corporation, Employees State Insurance Corporation, ESIC, to provide medical care and cash benefits in case of sickness, maternity facilities, and employment injuries. The Employees State Insurance Act was enacted in 1948. Initiatives of ESIC. E-Bridge platform. ESIC was the first organization of central government to integrate its services for registration of employers through E-Bridge portal of Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion DIPP to promote ease of business and curb transaction cost. E-Pehchan, a process of establishing the identity of the insured person through Aadhaar number, has been set up by seeding Aadhaar number to the insurance number. This has simplified the identification process of the insured person and his or her dependents at various points of contact during all types of benefit disbursement. Employees Provident Fund Organization. The Employees Provident Funds EPF and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952 provides for Provident Fund, pension scheme, and insurance fund in factories or establishment employing 20 or more employees in industries mentioned in Schedule 1 to the Act. Auto settlement of EPF advance claims. EPFO launched auto settlement of advance claims facility for the PF Provident Fund members having their UN Unified Account Number seeded with complete KYC. Know your customer. Though this initiative was introduced on pilot basis in 2019, with the onset of pandemic and consequent lockdown in 2020, the facility was launched earlier than planned. This ensured services to subscribers with minimal human intervention in the quickest time possible to provide much needed financial assistance. Multi-location settlement of claims. The lockdown due to COVID-19 impacted metropolitan cities more, resulting in huge inflow of claims at these EPFO centers. To ease matters for the subscribers, EPFO launched a multi-location claim settlement facility allowing to settle online claims from any of its field offices across the country. This ensured speedy claim settlements through optimum utilization of human resources in EPFO offices during lockdown. Universal Account Number. The facility of Universal Account Number UAN for EPF Employees Provident Fund subscribers was formally launched in 2014. Portability is an inherent feature of the UAN program, Universal Account Number program. It provides automatic portability of Provident Fund account on change of employment if the employee has activated his UAN Universal Account Number by seeding his Know Your Customer KYC details through the employer. Initiatives during COVID-19. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the central government under the Prime Minister Garib Kalyan Yojana PMGKY, it was aimed at preventing disruption in the employment of low-wage earning EPFO members in EPF covered establishments employing up to 100 employees. 90% of these were earning wages less than 15,000 rupees per month. Child labor. Child labor is an area of great concern and Government of India is committed to address the issue. Considering the magnitude and nature of the problem, it is following a robust multi-generation scheme. It comprises statutory and legislative measures, rescue and rehabilitation, universal elementary education along with the social protection and poverty alleviation and employment generation schemes. The objective is to create an environment where families are not compelled to send their children to work. Government has adopted an approach to withdraw and rehabilitate working children from all occupations and processes. The National Policy on Child Labor, announced in August 1987, addresses this complex issue in a comprehensive, holistic, and integrated manner. The action plan under the policy is multi-pronged and mainly consists of a legislative action plan, project-based action in areas of high concentration of child labor, and focus on general development programs for the benefit of the families of such labor. Schemes and initiatives. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana (PMKVY) is the flagship outcome-based skill training scheme of this ministry. The objective of this skill certification and reward scheme is to enable and mobilize a large number of youth to take up outcome-based skill training to become employable and earn their livelihood. The scheme was launched in 2015. The PMKVY is being implemented by the center along with the states. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra (PMKK). This ministry through National Skill Development Corporation and NSDC implements Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra (PMKK), a scheme for setting up of model skill center in every district of the country while ensuring coverage of all the parliamentary constituencies. The PMKK Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra invites to create benchmark institutions that demonstrate aspirational value for competency-based skill development training at district level to ensure wider reach of the program, focus on elements of quality, sustainability, and connect with stakeholders in skill delivery process, and transform from a mandate-driven footloose model to a sustainable institutional model. The main objective of NSDC include: first, to catalyze the creation of market-based scalable business by providing funding through a combination of debt, equity, and grants, implementing a skill voucher program, promoting centers of excellence for training of trainers in coordination with the states and SSCs, etc. PM Yuva Yojana 2.0 with the objective to provide entrepreneurship as one of the options for livelihood to the trainees coming from skill ecosystem. It was decided to revise the PM Yuva scheme. National Skill Development Corporation. National Skill Development Corporation (NSDC) is a public-private partnership firm set up by the Ministry of Finance under the Section 25 of the Companies Act 1956, corresponding to Section 8 of the Companies Act 2013. It aims to promote skill development by catalyzing creation of large quality vocational institutions. NHDC is now under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship (MSDE). The main objective of NHDC include: catalyze the creation of market-based scalable business by providing funding through a combination of debt, equity, and grants, implementing a skill voucher program, promote centers of excellence for training of trainers in coordination with the states, and to give impetus to the employment initiatives in the country. National Skill Development Corporation (NSDC) under the aegis of MSDE. MSDE means Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, has been organizing Rozgar Melas across the nation for providing suitable job opportunities in private sector to the youth. With initiatives like Rozgar Melas, the government is ensuring a parallel growth in the private or industrial sector. Udan, the Special Industry Initiative (SII) for Jammu and Kashmir, is funded by the Ministry of Home Affairs and implemented by National Skill Development Corporation. The program is a part of the overall initiative for addressing economic issues in the Union Territory and is focused on providing skills and job opportunities to the youth. Simultaneously, the aim is also to provide exposure to corporate India towards the rich talent pool available there. Entrepreneurship development. For entrepreneurship promotion and mentoring of micro and small businesses, a scheme covering 6 major religious and holy townships. First, Puri, Odisha. Second, Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Third, Haridwar, Uttarakhand. Fourth, Kollur, Karnataka. Fifth, Pandharpur, Maharashtra. Sixth, Bodh Gaya, Bihar. Was launched by the ministry in November 2019. The objective of this project is to catalyze the entrepreneurial activities in the holy cities through resumption of existing livelihood activities by supporting the existing enterprises to scale up and to tap the potential entrepreneurs for mentoring and handholding support for setting up enterprises by them. Thank you very much.